The cabin in the woods. In the heart of the dense, whispering pines, where the sunlight barely kissed the forest floor, stood an old cabin. It was a place that locals spoke of in hushed tones, their eyes darting nervously as they recounted the tales of those who had ventured too close. The cabin, with its weathered wood and sagging roof, seemed to breathe with the forest, exhaling secrets that only the trees could understand. It was said that the cabin had once belonged to a reclusive artist, a man who had painted the shadows of the woods and the flickering light of the moon. But one fateful night, he vanished without a trace, leaving behind only his haunting canvases, each one more unsettling than the last. The townsfolk claimed that the artist had made a pact with the forest, trading his soul for the ability to capture its essence on canvas. They warned that the cabin was cursed, a vessel for the artist's restless spirit. One autumn evening, a curious young woman named Clara, drawn by the allure of the unknown, decided to explore the cabin. She had heard the stories, but her adventurous spirit overshadowed her caution. As she approached, the air grew thick with an unsettling silence, the kind that wraps around you like a shroud. The cabin loomed before her, its windows dark and hollow, as if watching her every move. Clara pushed the creaking door open, the sound echoing like a distant scream. Inside, the air was stale, filled with the scent of damp wood and something else, something metallic. The walls were adorned with the artist's paintings, each one more grotesque than the last. Faces twisted in agony, landscapes that seemed to bleed into one another, and eyes that followed her every step. She felt a chill crawl up her spine, but her curiosity urged her deeper into the shadows. As she explored, Clara stumbled upon a hidden trapdoor beneath a tattered rug. It beckoned her with an irresistible pull, whispering secrets of the past. Heart racing, she pried it open, revealing a narrow staircase that spiraled down into darkness. With a flicker of her flashlight, she descended, the air growing colder with each step. At the bottom, she found herself in a dimly lit cellar, the walls lined with jars filled with strange, murky substances. In the center of the room stood an easel, and upon it rested a blank canvas, untouched and waiting. Clara felt an inexplicable urge to paint, as if the cabin itself was calling her to create. She picked up a brush that lay nearby, its bristles stained with colors that seemed to shimmer with a life of their own. As she dipped the brush into the paint, visions flooded her mind. Images of the forest, the artist, and something darker lurking just beyond the trees. She painted feverishly, losing track of time, the world above fading away. But with each stroke, she felt a presence growing stronger, a whisper in her ear urging her to continue, to delve deeper into the abyss of her imagination. Suddenly, the cellar door slammed shut, plunging her into darkness. Panic surged through her as she realized she was not alone. Shadows danced around her, twisting and writhing, their forms indistinct yet menacing. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices urging her to finish the painting, to complete the artist's work. Clara's heart raced as she fought against the overwhelming urge to succumb to the darkness. She could feel the weight of the cabin's secrets pressing down on her, threatening to consume her. With a final burst of will, she dropped the brush and stumbled back, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The shadows recoiled, and the whispers faded into a haunting silence. The cellar door creaked open, revealing the dim light of the cabin above. Clara scrambled up the stairs, her heart pounding in her chest. She burst through the door and into the forest, the trees closing in around her as if trying to keep her from escaping. As she ran, she could feel the cabin's gaze upon her, a silent promise that its secrets would remain hidden, at least for now. The woods swallowed her whole, and the cabin stood silent once more, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too close, to uncover the darkness that lay within. And so, the legend of the cabin in the woods continued, a secretive tale whispered among the townsfolk, a warning to those who dared to seek the truth hidden beneath the shadows.